Welcome to Python Programming Language video tutorials by Shine India Pvt Limited. I am your Posubabu Sir, technical, quant, logical reasoning trainer. In this presentation, I would like to discuss past statement. In my previous tutorials, we have discussed about break and continue statements. Without further delay, let us start and discuss about past statement. So let me write over here, past statement. So what operation it is going to perform? So this will perform a null operation. It performs what operation? It performs null operation. What does it mean? So which means it does nothing. It does nothing when executed. It does nothing when executed. So I hope the idea of past statement is clear, right? It performs what operation? Null operation, which means what? It does nothing when executed. So it also acts as a placeholder. A placeholder. What does it mean? So the meaning of this one is sometimes a statement is needed. Sometimes we require a statement, right? Statement needed in our program. But we will write future under this statement. So we'll be writing code in future. So under this statement. So in that particular case, we are going to use past statement, right? So let me explain once again. So it performs what operation? It performs null operation. What does it mean? It does nothing when executed. So it also acts as what? A placeholder, which means what? So sometimes we need a statement in our program. But what will happen? We will write code in future, but the code will be written in future. In that particular case, so we can use this past statement, right? Now, the places where you could use this past statement. So let me chalk out here. So the places where we can use this past statement. You may use this past statement under the iterative statements. Under the iterative statements. What are the iterative statements we have? We have here either while loop or for loop or for each loop, right? So you may use it so under the iterative statements. So the next one is you may use it under the conditional statements as well. So you may use it under the conditional statements. So what are the examples of the conditional statements? So under if else, if elif else, under the if, you may use these past statement, right? Whereas break and continue, you have to use under the iterative statements only, either while or for loop or for each loop, right? So you are not supposed to use break or continue under the conditional statements, as we have discussed already in my previous videos. Whereas past statement, you could use it even under the conditional statement as well, right? So in other places where you could use past statement is so under the functions, you are writing, right? You are declaring some functions where you could use past statement, right? So or else you may use under class as well, right? So you are writing class and then you will be writing certain methods where you could use past statement, which means in future you may write the code, right? Instead of this past, right? So I hope the idea is clear, right? So the next one is you may use it under the exception handling also. Exception handling, right? So these are the some particular places where you could use past statement, right? So let me explain the first 2 points as we have completed already these. So I'm going to use this past statement. Now let me open my IDE and let me write certain examples for the first two, right? So let me go back to my IDE. And here I'm writing, so one for loop, so for I in range of, so 1 comma 10, I am writing, right? Now, if I greater than or equal to 5, so I'm writing here pass statement, right? So else. Now you could see one time over here. So if you click enter, so it is coming out of this if block, if you see, right? So if you click enter, it is coming outside of the if block. Here I'm writing else block, and I'm writing here print statement. So like I'm printing talent shine India Private Limited, right? Now, let us execute it so that you could understand what is going to be happening, right? So, what is the first I value? 1. Now, is it 1 greater than or equal to 5? What happened here? Condition failed. When condition is failed, so control will be coming from if block to else block, right? So, this Talent Chain India Private Limited will be printed, right? Now, next iteration I equal to 2, again condition is failed. So this will be printed second time. Next I value 3. So again condition failed. This will be printed on the screen. Again I equal to 4. Condition failed. So this will be printed on the screen. Now in the next iteration I becomes 5. When I becomes 5, the condition is true. When condition is true, pass will be executed, which means nothing you got it here, right? So which means, so instead of this pass, you may write the code in future, right? So I hope the role of pass statement is clear to everybody, right? Now, let me write only under the conditional statements, right? Let me erase the complete code. So now I'm going to use only conditional statements, right? So now let me write the same code. So here I values I'm going to read from the user. So I equal to, I'm writing here int of input. So let me pass a message, enter the num, right? Now let us execute it. So if I have executed, so I'm going to give I value as 4, right? When I have given I value as 4, now instead of this I, 4 will be replaced. Now is it 4 greater than or equal to 5? Condition false. When condition false, else block the statement will be executed. You may see Talent Chain India Private Limited. Right? If I have executed now, I value I'm giving 7. Now this 7 will replace this I. So is it 7 greater than or equal to 5? Condition is true. When condition is true, pass will be executed, right? So which means nothing will be printed on the screen. So code executed, nothing will be printed on the screen. So I hope the idea of pass statement is clear to everybody, right? Now let's go back to my presentation and see what I have discussed about this pass statement. Now, pass statement in Python is what? It performs null operation, which means what? It does nothing when executed, right? Which we have discussed already, right? So it also acts as a placeholder, right? Which means what? When statement is required in a program, but code we are going to write in the future. So in that particular case, you may use this pass statement. Now let's see the places where you could use this pass statement. So where to use the pass statement. So these are the some examples in which we can use pass statement. So under the loops, you may use this pass statement. So it will be doing what? So it skips the current iteration of the loop, right? So you may use it under the conditional statements, right? You can use this pass statement under the conditional statements as well. And you may use it even under the functions and class definitions as well, right? And you may use it even in exception handling also, right? So these are the some places in which you could use the pass statement, right? I hope everybody clearly understood about the pass statement. If it is clear and understood my video, so please like, share, and subscribe our channel. So thanks for watching.